Hey, Sister Wives fans. Buckle up because this one cuts deep. Kody Brown, once the charismatic patriarch of a sprawling plural family, is once again at the center of controversy, and this time, it's not just the wives or the fans who are left stunned. This time, it's about his relationship with his oldest son, Logan Brown, and what happened at the most somber moment a family could ever face, the funeral of Kody and Janelle's beloved son, Garrison. It was a scene that unfolded quickly, almost silently, but the ripples of it are still echoing in the hearts of viewers and the Sister Wives fandom. Kody, who has already burned bridges with many of his children over the years, appears to have stepped in it once again, this time, by rejecting a gesture of love and support from the one child who has never spoken publicly against him. Let's take a step back for a moment. In recent episodes of Sister Wives, we've seen Kody sitting down with that signature grave expression, talking directly into the camera and insisting that he's been trying to rebuild connections with his estranged children. He's made vague references to road trips and reunions, even telling Robyn that he went to Utah on a sort of peacekeeping mission, an effort to reconnect with the kids he's become distanced from. Kody made it sound like a healing journey, a turning point. But the thing is, we only have his word for it. And if the reactions of his children are anything to go by, Kody's version of events might be missing some key context. Kody told Robyn that he saw the girls, Christine's daughters, presumably, and that he even visited with some of the boys. He didn't name names, but based on geography and history, it seemed clear he was referring to his sons with Janelle. But the visit happened without Robyn, and he painted it as a quiet, almost noble solo mission, a man quietly trying to undo the damage of the past. However, that's not exactly the story Janelle told when cameras caught her speaking on the topic. Her version was starkly different. According to her, the trip Kody had been talking up wasn't nearly as successful as he claimed. In fact, Janelle said he remained estranged from many family members, including his sons, even after the so-called reunion tour. And then, tragedy struck. The death of Garrison Brown sent shockwaves through the entire Brown family and the Sister Wives fandom. Garrison, Janelle and Kody's bright and resilient son, passed away unexpectedly, and grief settled like a heavy blanket over the family. It was a moment of devastating clarity for everyone, and perhaps even more so for Kody, who had been at odds with Garrison for years. Viewers knew going into the funeral that Kody and Garrison had not reconciled before his passing. There was no final conversation, no closure. The estrangement was still fresh, and for Kody, it seemed unbearable. So, naturally, fans wondered, would this be the moment he tried to fix things with the children he still had? Would Garrison's death shake him to the core and inspire genuine change? At the funeral, cameras captured a somber, raw moment. Kody was knee-deep in the grave, preparing to lay his son's urn into the earth. The atmosphere was thick with grief, with silence, with unspoken tension. Janelle stood nearby, composed but clearly devastated, and handed Kody the urn. Carefully, gently, Kody placed it into the ground. And then came the moment that fans can't stop talking about. As Kody began to climb up out of the grave, his son Logan, his oldest, his firstborn, the one who has never gone public with criticisms or complaints, stepped forward and reached out his hand. "Let me give you a hand, Dad," Logan said. It was soft. It was respectful. It was kind. It was love extended in a time of agony. And Kody refused. Without making eye contact, without so much as a pause to consider the offer, Kody rejected Logan's hand. "No," he said flatly, brushing his son off as he continued to pull himself up. Logan didn't flinch or make a scene. He simply backed away, quietly, graciously, but the moment was not lost on viewers. In fact, it became one of the most heartbreaking moments in the show's history. One fan tweeted, "It broke my heart watching Logan at the graveside trying to help Kody and seeing Kody just kind of ignore him and turn him down." Others echoed the sentiment, pointing out how symbolic it felt, Logan reaching out, offering a bridge, and Kody walking right past it. What makes this even more devastating is that Logan has always been portrayed as the peacemaker, the quiet leader, the dependable son who helped hold Janelle's branch of the family together during the chaos of plural life. When Kody was off visiting his other wives, Logan was the one who stepped up. He got his siblings up for school. He made breakfast. He was the calm in the storm, the one who took on adult responsibilities before he was even out of high school. He was never the loudest or the most dramatic, but his presence was steady. In many ways, Logan was a father figure when Kody wasn't around. And maybe that's the problem. Some fans believe that Kody harbors unspoken resentment toward Logan, resentment for being the son who filled the void Kody left behind. It's not the first time viewers have noticed tension between Kody and his older sons. We've seen it with Gabe. We've seen it with Garrison. Kody often bristles when challenged or questioned by his adult children, especially the boys, and Logan, being the oldest and most composed, might represent a kind of emotional mirror that Kody finds hard to look into. There's even speculation that Kody's bitterness toward Logan goes back decades. Logan was the first child born into the Brown family, the baby who was doted on by all three wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine. As the firstborn, Logan received an outpouring of love and attention from the women in the family, and it's no secret that Kody tends to have complicated feelings when it comes to shared affection. Fans have long noted his need to be the center of emotional gravity, particularly with Robyn. So, was Kody jealous of his own son? Did he see the unconditional love the wives gave to Logan and feel overshadowed even then? At the funeral, it was all of that and more. Kody stood isolated, emotionally barricaded, even at his son's grave. And then came another layer of controversy, Kody's so-called dream about Garrison. Speaking at the service, Kody told the gathered mourners that Garrison had come to him in a dream. In this dream, Garrison sat on the bed, not sad, and when Kody asked him, "Why are you gone, boy?" Garrison allegedly replied, "I'm not. It ain't that bad here, Dad. Stop listening to sad music. It sucks when I'm hanging out with you, but I'm okay. Just stop with the sad music." The moment was surreal, and many fans were deeply uncomfortable. Some felt it was touching. Others felt it was a last-ditch attempt by Kody to write his own redemption arc. A viewer on social media summed it up best, "Sorry, but it looked like he just wanted the last word at the funeral and to absolve himself in front of everyone from the animosity between father and son with this supposed dream." It was a narrative, one that seemed designed to soothe Kody's own guilt rather than acknowledge the real pain that existed between him and his son. Another fan said bluntly, "I'm not sure I'm buying that. And by the looks on the kids' faces, I don't think they are either." And here's the thing, Kody might be desperate for closure, but closure doesn't come in the form of imaginary forgiveness. It comes from doing the hard work, making amends, showing up, listening, and truly seeing the people you've hurt. That moment with Logan wasn't just about a hand out of a hole. It was a metaphor for everything that's happened over the past several years. Logan extended a hand. Kody turned away. And now, fans are asking, if Kody couldn't bring himself to accept that simple, human gesture, what hope is there for healing with the rest of the family? It's not about blame. It's about accountability. Garrison is gone, and nothing can bring him back. But there are still relationships that could be saved if Kody is willing. The sad truth is, Logan and Garrison had the kind of sibling bond that Kody never had with his son. And that might be the hardest pill of all for Kody to swallow. In Logan, Kody might see not just a son, but a mirror of what he failed to be: reliable, steadfast, and loved without question. In the end, this wasn't just a missed opportunity. It was a moment that encapsulated years of broken trust, emotional distance, and the heavy cost of pride. And for viewers who've followed this family for more than a decade, it was heartbreaking. For Logan, who stood silently by, his hand rejected in front of the grave of his brother; for Janelle, who has quietly carried the weight of her children's pain; for the siblings who watched, perhaps unsurprised, but still hurt; for Garrison, whose absence is now permanent; and yes, even for Kody, who may one day realize too late what that moment truly meant. Thanks for being a loyal listener.